old building right there. I was like, holy smoke, that building has not changed a bit. And here we go. Look at this. Just look how gorgeous. Of course, I'll try to avoid too many of the swimmers. But yeah, it's the Caney Fork River. And I'm going to try to get down here so we can check it out. I'm going to go this way. Oh, no, I may go this way. You can tell the water has been up in the past. I like your stick. How are you?
Good.
Good.
I enjoyed my show.
Oh, wow. But look at that, look at that, look at that. You can hear water rushing down on that end somewhere. Anyway. Got to walk away from the voices. I'm going to try to walk away from the voices because that's the last thing I want to hear. I kind of wish I had the mute thing on, but it's all right. Better to get away and kind of find my own spot. I'm obviously not going to get wet because I got wet last night. Don't want to get wet again. All right. I'm almost to a good spot. Got a little shade. Oh. Check that out. Water's flowing at a pretty good pace. big pieces of wood going downstream. That other side's quite a bit faster. Anyway, I gotta love that cliff, those cliffs. All right, more later. You see, if you look at the leaves, there's a nice little breeze with this. I'm trying to head to the Blue Hole. We used to swim there as kids. And I think I see it, but it's not blue today. It's very brown and got a whirlpool in it. Anyway, more on that later. I just had to stop and take a picture of this. That's why I love to travel. More later. All right, more later. Again, this water I've been walking around is escaping through here, but I'm trying to raise this thing up. Let you guys see what I'm seeing in the background. Come on, man. Well, let's see if that's high enough. You gotta stay up in order to stay up. All right, check out these rapids I see way up here. Debris in the river, big logs. And the Blue Hole's actually over there, and it's a whirlpool right now. I don't know if you can see that. That's where we used to go swim. Obviously with the high water right now and all the rain, you can't get to it. Man, I tell you what, I'm gonna try to get closer to those rapids. More later. Somewhere up there is where I got to get back to. But check out where I got. Man, I can almost see where Twin Falls is. I'm going to raise this thing up. That was a big old splash. Back up a little bit. Sometimes you drop it. Don't send a wave. There's a little eddy right over there. Look at all the layers over there. Isn't that cool? Some styrofoam over there. That's the trash, of course. Can't get away from it. But they got some serious rapids up there. I hope that's high enough to where you can kind of see. Wow. It's almost like waves. Check it out. Just kablow. You think you're on the ocean. That's just rushing water. Oop, look at that pretty baby. Now the question is, can I work my way back? I'll take a picture of this though with my still camera as well as the GoPro. Hello, healthy Tennessee rains. All right, more later as I try to escape this place. But I'm going to try to have you guys on the entire trip, give or take a few moments. Probably should have waited till I got over this dang log right here, because it's a doozy. Yeah, not as bad as the first time. You know where to put your feet. Look at all these roots. Somebody's just dying to trip on them. All right. I'll work my way back up. Whoops. I don't want that to happen. The placement of feet is critical to keeping one's feet as possibly dry as possible. Y'all remember that? A lot of dipsy doos and dipsy don'ts. You can imagine how when this trail isn't wet, it's still kind of difficult. Now the stress on the calves and the thighs. You guys didn't see this coming down. Yeah. It's more of a lean forward and don't slip, which I almost did. Yeah. This is strangely gonna change hands. Whew. We are getting there. Good fellow hikers, hey, 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 hey. Small rest. You can see that eddy right there. That used to be a visible waterfall. You can kind of see the blue hole right in there in the middle. It's a whirlpool right now. All right, here we go. Yeah, Sharon. Never. Yeah, let's check that out. You think? And I'm just going to stop it right there because that trash can's the end of the trail. More later. Brought back some memories. We never were able to swim in it because it was never this swollen during my years of camp. All right, folks, or later to head down. And we used to head right down there. No way to get down there today. You would probably get swept away and probably would die. Nobody wants that. But like I said, it's the most water I've ever seen here. And I like what they're doing with the overload. Keeping it clean. You can see Great Falls in the background. Twin Falls, Great Falls, whatever. No, Twin Falls. Alrighty, guys. More later. It's right over here. We used to walk over this dam and check out what's going over the dam. To walk across the dam as kids. Cool. Hear the siren? All right, guys. More later.